You can introduce yourself to us.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Dr. Christopher Nyoike. I'm an economist and a career senior civil servant. I've worked in the national government for 28 years. Before I retired 2016. And one of the areas that I can say is my biggest achievement in the national government, I brought reforms in the Kenya judiciary. I was able to ensure that all the judges from the Supreme Court, cascading to the magistrates, they are all praised on performance contracts. And to my achievement, judiciary had stayed for more than 10 years resisting reforms. But when I was hired there as a director of performance management and measurement, I was able to bring that reforms. What am I saying? I have a passion of reforms. And before I joined the Nyeri County, I was a consultant with the Prestige Management Solutions. It's a consulting firm in Nairobi. And one of the an assignment I made is the lead consultant in the assessment of KDSP 1 for 2018 and 2019. Okay. And I believe because of the work which I did, a good work I did, the Nyeri County were able to headhunt me to come and spearhead the reforms in the county. Understood. As we talk now, the performance contracting process, it has brought a working culture which is quite different from other counties. Because by the moment an officer leaves home, they know what they're going to come to do in the office. So we don't even have to supervise them what they are doing on a daily basis. Yes, sir. Because by the end of the year, we assess them, we evaluate every department, they are ranked, and our governor announces to the public what each department has achieved through the composite score of the performance contract. That has made the county to have that competitive advantage among the departments, because nobody wants to become last. I understand. Every year. So that's the brief introduction on myself. The second was
so Dr. let's look at the 2 days that we've had in this workshop. Yes. What has been your experience?
Yeah, the 2 days I have had in this workshop, it was very, very encouraging, and I was able to see that the checklist which is going to be used for the assessment, it has been addressed. And my observation for the 2 days, many counties, they have not been able to understand the process for the evaluation of the piece of the KDSP. And the workshop has been able to unearth areas which have weaknesses. Yes. And I believe after we go back to our places, to our offices, we'll be able to look at the areas where we have not met the minimum auditions, where we have not met the DLIs, that is disbursement linked indicators, because disbursement linked indicators measurement is binary. Okay. It is yes or no. If there is no, you achieve nothing. Yes. So that workshop is very, very critical for the counties. And going forward, I believe most of the countries who have been able to internalize the discussions in the workshop, they will be able to make some progress in ensuring that they have done some adjustments in the areas they were not doing well.
Okay. And Dr. are there some key lessons or some observations, actually the lessons that you have learned coming out of this workshop that you go home with?
Yeah, the key lessons that I have learned, that we are still soldiering on in the KDSP, and learning is not for a single day. It's a continuous process. So I believe if we embrace the lessons we have learned from the workshop, the counties, they will be able to achieve even the incentives that have been prescribed by the POM. And those who will not be able to do this time, the APA4, they will be able to do adjustments and achieve the performance incentives of the KDSP.
Looking, because you were in KDSP 1 and this is KDSP 2, are there some some differences, some lessons, what do you think is different between KDSP 1 and KDSP 2?
Yeah, KDSP 2 has it has learned, I did a lot of those recommendations for KDSP 1, which has now made KDSP 2. But I've seen now there's a lot of technical work going on, especially the verification protocol for each and every KRA and the DLI, which will make now the assessment of the KDSP 2 a bit easier than the KDSP 1. Then these training workshops over and over again, it is actually opening areas of concern to the counties. They never used to be there in the KDSP 1. So I believe now what we are doing is the best way forward for the success of the program.
In your final words, what would be your message to everyone who is now awaiting this assessment? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to just make sure that they work hard towards achieving the results, because the KDSP 2 is performance result based. And this is going to have a very positive impact to the success stories of the county governments.